So I feel like someone's even investigating perhaps or trying to find out, well, how much would I be able to support myself if I were to go full time as an energy healer or as a full time artist or something along those lines. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alishia. Thank you so very much for being here with me. In my last reading, I was like, see you tomorrow, but I'm actually being called to do something a little bit different than what we're normally used to here on the channel in our tribe. But we are going to do something here that is more aligned with your personal growth. So I'm going to call in spirit, ring the bowl, do the thing, but we're going to start with an oracle that will let me know who I'm speaking to based upon what you're currently working on. And then we're going to get a reading on that. So if there's any advice or anything you need to hear, again, you can be any sign and it is general. So let's just get it started here. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm calling on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. While I was ringing that bowl there, I just heard no rush, no rush. Okay, so no rush. We have okay, two energies popped out of the deck. We have somebody here who's been working on energy healing or who is an energy healer. This message could be for you. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. And then we also have artist, okay? Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. So some of you are energy healers. Some of you use your art to heal. Or some of you, I mean, we could be speaking to different groups at the same time, and that's okay. So let's just get a reading on it if there's any advice for you. If you are getting into energy healing or if you are just tapping into your artistic side in whatever way, okay. It is a very healing energy, and art is such a wonderful tool for doing just that, healing energy, healing yours and others. Okay, so we're just going to get into it and see what the incoming energy is for you. And this one wants to come up. We have the Page of Swords. Some of you are learning. Some of you are in a course right now or have just signed up for, or maybe thinking about signing up for some type of study, okay, in the energy healing arts. Okay, energy healing arts is basically what we have here. So some of you may feel a little bit I don't want to say like you're in over your head or anything like that, but some of you are feeling like you're just a noob or something, like you're just starting, and that's okay. Everybody's got to start somewhere. So right now you could be in this mode where you're researching and planning. You may not have changed course or direction just yet, but it's something that's been on your mind and you've been doing some background research work in, what do I have to do? Maybe you're making some lists, you're finding some things out, you're, how much is it going to cost to enroll in a program? Or do I take, this course or that course? Some of you are just immersed in your studies, okay, at this point in time, or just researching, can I make a career out of my art? Or can I make a career being an energy healer? Because let's face it, it's really great to offer energy exchange and healing arts, for free to folks and stuff. But I'm a firm believer in energy exchange. There always has to be some type of give and take, right? Just to balance out the energy, and money is an energy. So, and we need money to live, right? So there is that too. So I feel like someone's even investigating perhaps or trying to find out, well, How much would I be able to support myself if I were to go full-time as an energy healer or as a full-time artist or something along those lines? Okay. So somebody that's kind of like what's going on, what you've been doing. Let's see where you are right now. We have this Eight of Swords. Okay. So this is the reason why this reading is coming up for you. With the Eight of Swords, I have to tell you, and I'm going to be blunt and I'm going to be honest, you absolutely can. You absolutely can pursue this goal, but some of you are trapping yourselves. You are imprisoning yourself in a way where you may have these thoughts coming in like, I can't do it. Maybe some people in your environment are saying to you, communicating to you, you can't do that. You can't do that. You're not going to, like that's crazy to quit your 9 to 5 and try to go full time into energy healing. Like that's woo woo, or that's, like whatever. You could be hearing things that are affecting you, affecting the way that you're looking at it, the way that you're thinking about it. Okay, that's one thing. Okay, never mind those people. Never mind those people, because there are so many energy healers out there that'll tell you it does take a leap of faith. It does, and even myself included. I'm not being, I'm not accusing anybody here. I'm just saying it's very common to block our own progress, to block ourselves from taking that first step. Okay. We start researching, we start finding ideas. Maybe we become overwhelmed. Maybe we have all these limiting beliefs and thoughts that are holding us back from actually taking that first step and actually starting something, or, holding us back. It's almost like a self-saboteur saying you can't do this, or it's impossible. When truly the case and the advice when this Eight of Swords comes out is that you absolutely can. The path in front of you is clear. All you have to do is take one step. I know you can't see what's coming. I know you feel like maybe you're trapped in your current circumstance and that it seems almost out of reach or impossible, but each step that you take gets you closer and closer to realizing that goal and that desire, that heart's desire that's there. Okay. Maybe some of you, I just got, this is something that's standing in your way, and it's almost like it's the self. Okay, it's the thoughts. It's maybe again listening to other people's opinions on what it is that you are about to do. So it's easier said than done, but we need to tell that saboteur to frig off. Okay, that self-saboteur to frig off, and try to get over that hump, where we believe that it's impossible. Okay, so that's for somebody needed to hear that, because it's totally possible to align with your gifts and to make a living and to support yourself and maybe even your family or whatever on using those gifts and healing. The world needs more healers. The universe will support you. Spirit will support you. When you are in alignment with that true soul's calling and desire, when you are expressing, the soul longs to express freely. And often that is through creating an art and even energy healing. Okay. So whoever needed to hear that, it's like, it's not impossible. It does feel like really scary. It can feel really scary, absolutely. But there is this element of a leap of faith and trusting in the universe, okay, that it will work out, as long as, again, you have to take that first step, okay? You have to, if it's about wanting to become a creator in some way, whether it's YouTube or TikTok or whatever, like, or, whatever this is, like putting your art out there, or putting your healing talents out there, or whatever the case, coming out with it. Make your first video or do your first project or whatever. Just get to it. Don't hold back. Okay. It starts there. Some of you may be thinking, okay, well, I'm not as good as such and such, you have to start somewhere, and it's, everybody's learning. And I feel like there is a little bit of this feeling here that I'm picking up on, as feeling not as good, or feeling like a baby or a noob or something like that. Like, yeah, Four of Swords. Quiet the mind is your advice right now. Okay, quiet the mind. I feel like the challenge has already come out, and I didn't even ask about the challenge. I feel like some of you are feeling challenged in even like taking that step to bring this, like, to go any further, like beyond just researching, like taking any actual action towards this. It's like this dream, this wish of your heart, this longing of the soul, right? To express, to create, to free yourself from even even like a circumstance in your life. Perhaps you feel like, okay, well, I can't, what if I do that? And like my family or my friends don't even know that I do that. And they're going to look at me and they're going to judge me. And like all these things that are stopping you are not actually, they're just thoughts. They're just judgments. It's not like there's anything that's physically blocking you from doing it. So there is an energy here of quieting the mind, getting into some, maybe meditations. I always suggest reading The Power of Now, okay, because I'm reminded of that with this energy, the power of now, like getting into the present moment and realizing that these things are not real that are stopping you. What's stopping you? It's just a thought, and you have control of your thoughts. You have authority over your thoughts. You're the captain of your soul. You can drive your ship wherever you want it to go. Some of you, okay, we have this 8 of Cups. This is the challenge. I feel like, what is the challenge? What's stopping you right now? Could be having already previously invested a lot on a completely different path, okay? Now, I want to talk about the 8 of Cups because I feel like this is a very brave energy, okay? Whoever's in this 8 of Cups is overcoming this 8 of Swords, really. Feeling like I'm trapped in a situation. I've invested everything. I've already, I'm already so far. I've already got this 8 out of 10 cups. Like I'm almost there, but you're feeling dissatisfied with where you're at. You're feeling like there's something more to life, or you're feeling like you're not completely fulfilled with what you're doing and where you're at this moment. Knowing that there's something more. You feel called to something else, right? But focusing on what you've already built, not wanting to lose that traction or to lose where, it just feels like there's a reluctance here and there's a lot of worry, which is totally valid. Okay. It's totally valid. There's a lot of worry about what will come after this? Like, will I be successful? Will this work out? Maybe I shouldn't take a risk, but this energy is here supporting the fact that you should. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but when we get the 8 of Cups, why I feel like it's the bravest energy in the deck is because we have that, we have this determination to love ourselves enough. Okay. So we have this feeling like, okay, I'm not happy where I'm at. I'm not satisfying doing what I'm doing. I would really much rather be doing this over here. And I feel like I'd be really happy doing this thing, right? Doing my art, or, creating, or energy healing, or somewhere in the healing arts, right? I feel called to that. But if I turn my back on what I've already built, it's such a hard, it's a hard thing to do. I'm not gonna lie and say that it's easy, right? It's not. It's not. So what we end up doing is we become kind of like we've had enough of where we're at, right? We've had enough. We know there's something more. And the bravery comes in when we decide to actually take that leap of faith, to turn our backs on what we've already built and to go off in search of what it is that's going to bring in that true emotional fulfillment and happiness, right? And in doing so, okay, this is why the bravery comes in, because it's that first act of taking that step in the direction where you want to go, even though you can't really see where you're going, right? Even though you can't really see where you're going. Where do you go? You head off, right, into the mountains, into the hills. You go on this search, on this journey to find the self, or to align with what you really want to do, to be happy. And you end up walking right into the 9 of Cups, which is that emotional satisfaction, that is getting your wish and dream come true. So you're not going to get your wish and dream come true if you don't take a step towards it, is basically what it is in a nutshell. Okay. So it's already coming up as a challenge. It's like, you can, you have the ability, you have a gift, but it's overcoming what other people think, or the limitations that you're putting on yourself, or the investment that you've already put in another situation. Okay. So I'm speaking really specifically to somebody who's having a hard time letting go of even the life that you've already built and starting again. And I've seen this meme, and it comes up a lot, as I'm doing these kinds of readings. And it's like, letting go of your life. Like, you never know. It's okay to start again. You never know. You're probably going to like your new life better, okay? Because you've learned, you've grown, you've changed, and it's okay to change. It's okay to let something go, okay? It's okay to grow. It's okay to evolve. We are supposed to be doing that. So wherever you're at right now, it feels like a trap. It feels stale. It feels like it's not where you're supposed to be, right? That's who I'm speaking to right now. And there is something that you are being called by your higher self, your soul self, this deep desire, this wish of your heart. You're being called to pursue it, and yeah, that's where you're at. Okay. Wow. Okay. The dream. Okay. The dream come true, right? We have the star. You are supported, and I feel like this reading's coming up to let you know. That you have the ability to align yourself with that dream come true, with that wish come true. This is Aquarius energy we're getting here. First major arcana, which it speaks to healing. It speaks to raising your vibration. It speaks to nurturing the self first and then others next. It speaks to being full and having enough to share. It speaks to downloads. It speaks to receiving guidance from above, right? To receiving guidance to pursue something that is going to be healing for yourself and the world, which is totally in alignment with this energy healing vibe that's coming up. So whatever work you are wanting to get into in the healing arts is very much supported by spirit. Okay, so you need to know that you will be walking into that dream and that wish come true, but it does take that initial first step, that leap of faith, in order to do it. Okay, now I'm not saying just quit your 9 to 5 right away and whatever, go after this thing. Continue doing the research, do one step at a time, okay, right? Make sure that you got your ducks in a row. Yes, I don't want to see anybody falling flat. I'm just saying, like, there may even be this fear of rejection here. What if I do this and nobody wants my art? Or what if I do this and I don't get any clients? Okay, so there's a lot of these limiting beliefs that need to be adjusted, okay, at a core level, and so that you can just continue on this path. So you take one step at a time. Okay. So how is it that you're currently feeling? We already know what the challenge is. So how is it that you're going to feel? Let's say, how is it you're going to feel once you take these steps that you are guided to take right now? Once you take these steps you're guided to take, once you create that first piece of art, once you sign up for that class and not just look it up, or once how are you going to feel once you get started? Look at that. Happy. Four of Wands. This is beautiful energy. Okay, the Four of Wands is not just about union energy. It really represents a happy home life, a firm foundation in which you are going to experience initial success and continue to grow upon. Okay, so this is in alignment with being supported on your journey towards that fulfillment, towards that dream, towards becoming that artist or energy healer that supports themselves. Like, you will have enough with this Four of Wands. There's going to be more work, but you're going to have initial success, and you're going to feel really happy that you did this, that you were able to overcome that saboteur in your own mind, right? So this is what's going on here. You are capable, okay? You are absolutely capable, and the world needs more healers. We do. And it's not about competition. If you're worried about competition, there's enough for everyone. There really, truly is. We live in an abundant universe where there is enough for everyone. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's just beliefs that hold us back from realizing that. Okay. There really is. You have a unique skill, ability, and vibration that will draw your tribe into you. Okay. You will draw in your own tribe. It's just how it works. It's just how it works. Okay, take my word for it. Okay, yeah, I'm speaking from experience. Okay, I'm not trying to put anybody in the hot seat here. I'm just speaking from experience because I myself had to work through some of these limiting beliefs and thoughts and doubts and worries. Is this going to work? What, and even just coming out as a tarot reader to my friends and family, like we can be afraid of judgments and things like that. I mean, it's a process. Okay, I'm just validating it that you will end up very building yourself a strong foundation, doing something that you love. Okay, so I think that's wonderful. All right, so what can be done? What can you do now? What can you do right now besides take that first step? Okay, besides quiet the mind, get rid of other people's opinions, get rid of some of your own beliefs, or shift them anyways. Don't judge yourself, you know. Don't be hard on yourself. We all go through that that little voice that says, you know, you can't do it, you know. At some point, you know, it gets easier the more you do it. Each step you take becomes easier and easier as well. Okay. All right. And you do get better, right? If some of you are feeling like I'm not quite there yet, or I'm not quite ready yet, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just start, because the more you do it, the better you get, right? It just is the way it is. Okay. All right. Just start. Here we have the King of Wands. Yeah, this is your advice. Go after it. Follow that dream, follow that passion, get into that determination mode. I'm going to do it. Okay, so tapping into your confidence, you know, or raising your confidence. If there's anything, let me clarify this King of Wands. Okay, stepping into this masculine active role. It's a very active energy, the King of Wands. They don't just sit around and wait for things to happen. The King of Wands actively goes out and makes something happen. Okay, so that is the advice. Here we go, the Five of Wands. Yeah. Okay. Whoever I'm speaking to, it's kind of going through an internal struggle about what to do next or which action to take. You know, you want to change. It's a challenge that you're overcoming, and it's happening within the self. It's almost like a battle happening within the self here. What step do I take next? What do I do next? Am I going to make it? Is it going to come? It's like it's almost like you feel like you're being pulled in many different directions. Within the self and even outside of the self, Temperance comes up as the advice to quell those energies. Okay. It feels like coming into balance, using some of this energy, using some of this worrisome energy, or this any pain from the past, or if you're still going through some type of internal struggle here, or if you feel like you're going to have to cut certain things or people or something out of your life, you know, you feel like it's going to be a difficult transition for you. Coming into this sense of peace and balance, you know, doing things in moderation as well. Again, one step at a time here is what I'm getting very heavily. I know I've said it, probably should get one of those counters, right? I've said it a lot. But taking that energy and that I don't want to place a judgment, but this is what Temperance is essentially, is taking something negative and turning it into something positive. Or, you know, it's an alchemist. It's alchemy. So taking a negative situation and turning it into something positive, something powerful. Okay. But it doesn't just happen overnight. It happens slowly. You have to have patience. Okay. So there's this energy of, there's this advice coming in that is like doing things again, one step at a time, not trying to rush. Oh, that's what I heard too. No rush. There's no rush. I heard that while I was ringing the bowl. There's no rush. So even just taking some of that pressure off of yourself, like I have to, well, if I do this, then I have to do it by this time. I mean, it's good to set a goal, but like be realistic, especially if you have other things going on that you need to do in order to, you know, live your life, right? So one step at a time, one little thing at a time. Okay. And eventually you will get there. Okay. Eventually you will get there, and you're building a brand new strong foundation for yourself here. But you've got to be the one to take the action, right? You got to be the one to take the action. What's coming up here? The Tower. The Tower is when it all changes. Okay. This is actually, I do not feel like this is a negative tower. The negative, I don't feel like it's a negative tower. I feel like once you start doing that, once you come to peace, once you do things in moderation, once you know, have overcome some of that self-saboteur in your head, you know, then it's like, that's when everything's going to change, right? Everything's going to change. I feel like it's going to hit fast, the outgoing energy. So let's just clarify the Tower and talk about that for a minute. What kind of change is coming in for you? What kind of change is coming in for you? Two of Wands. Hold on one second. That it might take you somewhere completely different. Your path is going to change with the Two of Wands. Oh, hold on. We have the Queen of Swords coming out. One Queen of Swords. Let me get another energy here just to clarify. Some of you are going to have, it's going to take you on a completely different path, and you may have to cut out some, And I feel like maybe you already know that. There may be some people or places, or even like you might have to move to follow your dream, you know. Maybe whatever you're doing is more popular in a different area, or whatever the case. There is this energy, okay, with the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles here. It's like Spirit wants you to keep moving forward. Okay, that's why we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords goes through hardship. Okay, the Queen of Swords has experienced a lot of hardship, a lot of difficulty, a lot of challenges that have been very hurtful. Okay, so taking a painful situation, turning it into something powerful with temperance. But the Queen of Swords always moves on. The Queen of Swords is strong as hell. Okay, the Queen of Swords will just do what needs to be done. Okay, no matter what, does what needs to be done. If there needs to be anybody cut out, then the Queen of Swords cuts them out. Okay, tries to detach from the emotion surrounding that and doing what's right as far as she's concerned, or as far as they're concerned, logically, what's right, okay? And then we also have here the Ace of Swords. So this is like seeing things very clearly, aha moment, having the clear direction, having a clear direction here, taking this one step at a time, right? With this Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving energy. There is no rush. You will get to where you're going, okay? You will have this enlightenment. I love what's changing. Is I feel like there's a lot changing here in your mind. That's the Tower. You're looking at things differently. Underneath that, wow, look at that. We have the High Priestess and the Chariot. So it's like once perhaps even your perspective changes, and it's not something that you're going to be rushing through. It is a slow moving process till you get to this point, okay? When this Tower hits, I feel like it's going to feel like it's dragging on, until you get this divine inspiration here that comes in, or this divine knowledge, or this communication that comes through, this one download, or you finally see things really clearly and you know exactly what you have to do, okay? That's when things really get moving here for you, towards victory, success, abundance. You might not see it coming, and sometimes with the High Priestess, it's kind of, the path may be hidden at this point in time, okay? The path may be hidden for you at this point in time, because I feel like Spirit really wants to get your head right, okay? When you get your head right, and sometimes, especially when we're headed towards our blessings and our gifts, sometimes Spirit will slow us down because we need to catch up. Our thinking needs to be adjusted, or something needs to change within the self before we can even comprehend or accept the level of blessing that comes to us as we align with that soul's calling, that purpose, that journey. Okay, so I know it sounds a little bit, yeah, okay, but I mean, that's what happens sometimes. Even though we want to rush forward, and we may even have a plan and put timelines on it, it's not happening on your time. It'll happen on divine timing. Divine timing, as long as you just keep at it, okay? This is, keep at it is what I'm getting here. So I feel like I'm going to take a goddess guidance oracle for this. I hope this message has been of help for anybody, whoever needed it here. I do see success, I do see victory, I do see abundance, I do see it being a process, and but there we go. Look at that. Expect a miracle. It's like you have to be ready for this miracle. You have to be able to handle it. Look at when I put that deck down, or when this card flew out, it flipped up that Nine of Cups from the bottom of the other deck here. And that goes in line with what we were speaking about. Where are you headed when you turn your back on your current situation that isn't fulfilling you? You head straight towards that fulfillment, and there's a sense of being very proud of yourself as well. Okay, not proud like ego proud, but like, look what I've built, look what I've done. I am happy with where I'm at. Okay, so it's that wish fulfillment, that dream come true. We do have, not only do we have expect a miracle, which I'll read in a second here, but we have the two wish energies coming up in this reading, which is very much in line with this feeling I'm getting that you are supported. You are meant to follow this dream. Okay, so whatever this has to do with healing, energy healing, healing arts, art. Okay, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Okay, It may not come overnight, but, I mean, good things that last, usually take some time, right? Okay, so I feel like Spirit also wants to make sure that you can handle it when it starts coming in. Like a miracle is huge, right? Okay, so we have at the bottom of the deck, we have cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles and rhythms of your body, energy levels, and emotions. Okay, that goes in line with temperance energy. Not rushing. I'll create when I feel I need to create, or I do this when I feel I need to do it. Follow those feelings, follow your own rhythms and cycles and energy levels. Okay, and then we also have purification at the bottom of the deck. And it says it's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. Okay, so I feel like that's what you're undergoing first as you make this adjustment, as you pursue this dream of yours. Okay, all right, so let's get the universe has my back. Let's get the universe has my back, and we will end on an affirmation. Okay, this one says, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Okay. All right. Now let's get your affirmation and then we will come back. Okay. 3 came out, so I'm going to take them. Okay, so just this one flew right up on top of all the cards and it says, I see clearly. I willingly forgive. I breathe love into my vision and I see with compassion and understanding. My clear insight is reflected in my outer sight. Okay, so insight is already here with that Ace of Swords somewhere buried in these cards. I see clearly. I see clearly. If you feel like you can't see clearly right now, especially starting off with that Eight of Swords energy where you do feel like you can't see the way, just start saying out loud, I see clearly. It's a good way to shift the energy. Okay, shift that vibration. I release all criticism. This is what it is too, right? I only give out that which I wish to receive in return. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every moment. So that's really helpful as well. Where's that third one? Oh, here it is. Divine wisdom guides me. Okay, here you go. I am guided throughout this day in making the right choices. Divine intelligence continuously guides me in realization of my goals. I am safe. Beautiful reading. I am sending you so much love. Let me know if this was of help. If you'd like to see more of these types of readings, I would like to provide them. Okay. Take care, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. Bye.